Hi and welcome to Dave Barlow Guitar. We're going to continue the Chibson kind of theme because a guitar friend of mine decided to buy one and bring it into me to have a look at. Now, I must stress that this Chibson that I'm going to show you is from the same factory or provider that all the others that I've shown you are from. So this one's not a Les Paul. This one's a little bit different. So I've not looked at it yet. I've just opened up the case. So we're going to have a look at it together. We'll go through it in detail. The customer doesn't want the pickups changed, as far as I'm aware. So we'll just be playing it as it is at the end. So let's have a look. We have. I must admit, I'm very partial to this shape of guitar, if I can get it out. Shape of guitar, and here we are. I can only say it's a model, it's a Gibson Custom Explorer, I suppose. Stand back a bit. For those of you who know me, I have an Epiphone Explorer that I modified myself. I love the sound of that. It's an amazing guitar made by Epiphone. So wonder if it's made by the same people who made this. I don't know. So the thing is, right, a little bit of food for thought. While I'm showing you this guitar, is that I was repairing a Marshall amplifier. No, it wasn't. It was an amplifier. It wasn't a Marshall amp. Sorry, there was an amplifier, and it had a name on it which everybody recognises the name of. But it was made in China. Now. Yeah, okay. So it's like it's okay if you're the manufacturer to have it made in China, but obviously it's not okay to make a guitar without permission of the manufacturer. That's obviously the difference. But it just seems it's just a little bit strange to me in this world that it's okay for one thing but not the other. I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway, I'm going to stop before I upset people. But anyway, yeah, what a great looking guitar. And I love Explorers, and I especially love Explorers which look like this. I've got an Explorer now, so I don't need to buy another one, so that's cool. The only thing that I haven't done yet, which I'm going to do in a second, and I'll probably do it at the end actually, I need to put a strap on it just to make sure it sits right. Because if it don't sit right, it's pretty much unplayable for a guitarist that has to do a gig. But anyway, that's enough of this guitar. Let's look at it close up and see what it really looks like, see what the craftsmanship is, and see what we're getting for our money. I think this is this costs again $225, $250, something like that. Let's see what we get for our money. Right, here we are, we're back. We got the guitar on a bench. I just want to point out one thing. I just looked at my notes, and it seems I am swapping pickups out on this guitar. I am putting in some Warman pickups. They are Infernos, so that should be interesting, especially as they've got covers on them. Yeah, so I've looked at this in detail. Needs a bit of a clean, yep. We'll come back to the neck in a sec. Well, do you know what? It's really good workmanship so far. Let's just look on the back. I don't know what to say. It's all good. It's a big lump of mahogany. It's a mahogany neck. Kind of 60s-ish. Nice headstock. Hang on, let me just turn the guitar around. Standard Chibson tuners, which, you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes they ain't. Nut's been cut properly. Bone nut. Hang on. Yeah, this where the you can't see it that well. I'm going to go into sort of close-up mode if I can. Hang on. You can hardly tell. Where they've because it's just got the nibs on the frets, where they've filed down this to get the nibs, they've gone onto the neck a little bit. There's a little bit of tooling that you can see there, but Jesus, it's not a deal breaker, is it? Yeah, you can see it there. Can you see? So where they've filed the binding down, you can see the marks of my dirty fingernail. You can see the marks just here. Do you know what? Yeah, that could. Yeah, it's just not. You could have finished it a bit better, but for 225, nah, unbelievable, unbelievable. Yep. Do you know what? It gets a thumbs up in my book so far. But next thing to do is to whip them strings off and have a bit of a squiz at the frets and stuff. But going back to this neck, this is like, it's actually a bit thinner than a 60s kind of Gibson neck. It's a bit like the custom. I'd say, that we had in here a few weeks back. My God, 225 for this, unbelievable. Anyway, strip it down. Right, just quickly before I strip it down, I thought, I'll just check to make sure that the intonation is acceptable, which it is. I've checked that. That's okay. There's plenty of room to intonate. Only thing I found, what I did find is this. There is a sitar-like sound coming from the string, and it's not the nut. It's not the nut. So it's going to be this. I'll have a look at that when we set it up. But that's the only issue I found so far, apart from these tooling marks in the neck. Okay, checking the frets. Number 2. A little bit. It's not too bad. So just a little bit. There's some up the top here. Sorry, you get that right. Yeah, there's a few there. So yeah, so having high frets up here is a pain in the arse. You don't want that because you won't be able to get a very low action. So we're gonna have to deal with them and deal with that. So not a lot of work, but yeah, let's do that next before we go any further. Yeah, just a quick comment on the board, because I didn't comment on the board because obviously I got distracted with these tooling marks. Ebony board, not the best looking ebony board, but we can make it look nice. Give it a bit of a clean up and maybe a bit of lemon oil just to make it kind of shine a bit, make it look a little darker. other than that, yeah, these nibs as well. I didn't really come close to these nibs. I should have done that. They're perfect. They don't look like the nibs you'd find on a Gibson, but they're pretty much perfect. There's no issues with them. They meet the frets flush. There's no gaps in between them and the frets. It's pretty flawless. Just quickly want to show you, this guitar's all finished now, but I just quickly want to show you before we do a playthrough. Oh, you can't see, but basically I just want to make sure that with a strap on, that the guitar actually sits nice, which it does. I know Explorers do sit nice, but I like to check every guitar that make sure it sits on a strap, because I hate it if it doesn't feel right. Just a shout out to Dangleberry Music, who supply they're soft leather guitar straps. If you're into soft leather guitar straps, these are the straps. I've been using these. Every guitar strap is one of these. I've been using these for about 7 or 8 years. They're really good. And the thing is they don't stretch either. So, you know, once you've set your height, they don't stretch or anything. Anyway, let's put this guitar through its paces now that I've got the new pickups in, and I've set it up, and the intonation's all correct now, and there's some new strings on. Just for your information, this guitar is tuned to D standard. That's what the customers asked for, and and obviously these are 11s. These strings on here, I had to recut the nut because obviously the nut wasn't cut for 11s. So that's the only modification I've done really, apart from the fret level in a little couple of frets I had to level off, and a setup. So obviously wiring the pickups. So let's see how she fares for an amp. Alright, so we have the Chibson Explorer, but it says Gibson on it, not Chibson, right? What did I do? Yeah, I opened up the fret slots. Did I say that? I can't remember. I did that. Set the guitar up, done a few bits and pieces, frets, flattened a couple of frets, leveled a couple of frets, sorry. Put these Warman pickups in, and basically, you know, that's kind of it really. Sort of set it up, intonation, all that kind of stuff. It's got 11 strings on it, it's tuned down to D standard. My first response from this guitar is that these tuners don't like the heavier strings. They're just, they're not bad tuners as cheap tuners go, but you know, if I'm doing heavy metal on this guitar, and which is, I'm assuming is the case, I need to lock them strings down a bit better than this. I think these tuners are a little bit off. So I'd use some locking tuners. Vances do some really good locking tuners. They're really cheap, and they're really good locking tuners. Use them all the time. They're great. Other than that, let's see what it sounds, I suppose. First faults with these pickups is they're a little bit muddy, I think. I mean, it's borderline. And I think it's to do with the covers. If you took the covers off, that'll take that kind of muddiness away. Comets in the bottom. Let's try. Let's go to clean, because I know some people like clean stuff. It's not clean, I suppose. It's clean with a little bit of hair on it. I'm going to clean it up, right? Clean it up, because just to prove my point about these pickups, they just sound a little bit. I just feel like I got the tone back down. To me, that's what it sounds like compared to. Anyway, back to the metal. Let's take the delay off. Do some metal. Oh, I can't play today. Yeah, okay, so I quite like this guitar. I'd do a little bit more to it just to make it work for me, but it's not mine, it's a customer's guitar, and it's a Chibson, and I've already got an Explorer, so I don't have to have another one. But if it was me, I'd stick something like if you got the money, perhaps a Seymour Duncan pickup in, the one that everybody uses. I won't say the name because I don't like saying it, advertising them, because it costs too much money. Or you could put something in like an Iron Gear hot slag, which I think would work really well in this guitar. I know that because I got them in my other Explorer. But other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death and make you cringe too much at my guitar playing, because it's bloody awful today. But there you go, you have your on days and your off days, don't you? If you like the video, please subscribe, share, and you know, click on the thumbs up, because it helps me in the algorithms. Thanks to you, I've just hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'd like to thank you very much for that. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing to give you. But there you go. Apart from you can come to a gig. Obviously, you know, I play in a band, and I'm playing all over the place. I do a lot of covers stuff, and I also do original stuff for this band. So you can come and see me at a festival near you in the UK, hopefully soon. I'll have some more details about that, perhaps in another video, where I show you what we're going to, you know, my latest single with a band Ransom, and the guitars I used and how I recorded it. You might be interested, and you might not, but you might be interested in the guitars that I used. That could be interesting, especially as no one's actually done a review on this particular guitar. Well, one person's done a review on this particular guitar on YouTube that I can find. So, it'd be interesting. Anyway, other than that, catch you later.